Today I'll show you how to make sourdough brioche burger buns. Butter. That's all I'm gonna say. Hi, I'm Sune and I'm a food geek. Today I'm going to show you how to make soft, buttery, delicious burger buns leavened using a sourdough starter. I've had a recipe for brioche burger buns on my channel almost since the beginning of my channel, but I've always wanted to make an updated version made using sourdough starter because, as you probably already know, sourdough starter makes everything better. You may think it always makes things sour, but that's not true. Enriched doughs do not usually turn sour, even with a long bulk fermentation. The sugar counteracts the tangy taste, but when the dough rises for a long time, those delicious hidden flavors shine. That means you get a bun that's not just a makeshift holder for your intended fillings, but something that also contributes to the taste experience. You'd be surprised how much extra complexity it can bring. If you're new to this channel, I bake a lot of sourdough bread and I make delicious food from all over the world. If you want to see more of this content, please join me by subscribing and ringing the bell so you won't miss any future videos. The dough is made with 100% bread flour. If you want more of that good taste from whole grains, add whole grain flour to the dough. About 20% would be excellent. You can use any kind, regular wheat, semolina, spelt, emmer, or whatever taste you like the most. The dough is enriched, made with eggs, whole milk, sugar, and of course, butter. Butter. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider joining my Patreon. You can also buy some merch, use the super thanks, or use the links in the description for tools and ingredients. Those were the words. This is the recipe. The written recipe with all the details is on my website. The link is in the description. To the bowl of your stand mixer add 350 grams or 2.5 cups of bread flour, 40 grams or 3 tablespoons of sugar, 10 grams or 1.5 teaspoons of table salt. Mix to combine. Then add 125 grams or half a cup of whole milk, 90 grams or 2 small eggs, 60 grams or 4 tablespoons of stirred down sourdough starter, fed and grown to its peak. Then start mixing on medium-low, that's 3 on my Kitchen 8 XL. In my large bowl, it can be a bit hard for the dough hook to reach the corner, so I gather all the ingredients in the middle of the bowl. Then I mix until I have a nice cohesive dough. We want there to be good gluten development before mixing in the butter. Then we add butter little by little. The dough will become very fluid at first. After mixing for quite a while, you'll see the gluten strings as the butter is properly mixed in. The dough will also start to clear the sides. Then we put the dough in a bulking container and let it rest for 2 hours. Don't expect it to rise. Then it's time to split the dough into buns. I like 90 grams for my burger buns, but you do what you like. And then it's time to shape them. Gather a baking sheet, and I have some molds that I'm going to put the buns in. First, we create tension on the top of the dough by stretching and folding the sides towards the middle of the bun, working our way around the edge of the dough. Once it feels like a proper bun, place the bun onto the unfloured counter. Make a claw with your hand and squeeze down gently, moving in circular motions to make a perfect bun. Move the dough to the sheet and shape the rest the same way. Put a bit of oil in your hands and squeeze gently down on the buns until they're pretty flat. Cover them with cling film and let them proof until they're about doubled in size. This can take many hours, so don't get discouraged. These buns took about 8 hours at room temperature. When the buns are about ready, heat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. When it's hot, grab the buns. Sorry. Brush them with egg wash made from 1 egg yolk and a tablespoon of water. Add toppings as you see fit. I love my burger buns to have sesame seeds. Then put them in the oven and bake for about 15 minutes until they're golden brown. Take them out of the oven and let them cool in a wire rack. Once they're cooled a bit, brush them with melted butter. Butter. And now it's time to eat a delicious burger. So while it might take some time to rise, it's worth the extra time. The hands-on steps takes minutes, so there's really no extra work compared to making burger buns with yeast. When it comes to the method, you can hand knead the dough. Creating dough with lots of butter by hand is hard work though. If you don't believe me, you should watch this video after you finish. These buns deliver on their promise. Complex flavors, soft texture, and butter's fantastic taste and smell. May not have to brush it on top, but really, you know I'm right. Please like this video if it helped you, and ask any questions you may have in the comments. I try to answer as many as possible. I hope you learned something today. See you next time.